Well, it's wonderful. A few things, though, which, you know, as far as piano playing concerned, it's very impressive. There are certain things specifically here related to the means that the composer employs here. First of all, this rhythm, tam, pa, pa, pam, ta, ta, tam, that's actually comes from the poetry, from ancient Greek and Roman poetry. It's called Dactylic. So it is one strong or long and two short. Tam, pa, pa. You know, Odyssey and Iliad and Virgil's Aeneid, they were all written in that. It was tam ta ta tam ta ta tam ta ta tam ta ta tam pam. Tam ta ta 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 tam pam. The sixth one was only too short. No, it's not tam tam, but the tam ta 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 tam ta ta tam ta ta ta. So it is something very general, very encompassing. And of course, there are a lot of things that are covered in Iliad, for example, or Odyssey, or Aeneid, and everything can be accommodated to this rhythm of storytelling, a rhythm of narrative. So it is very important for it to be, first of all, very exact. Now, you do something that it's natural, but question is how right it is. You simply play those 2 8 notes a little bit faster. Tam, ta, da, tam. You are already on the spot, so what the hell waste time on? But it's very important for it to remain tam, pa, pa, pam. That. And if I find that the good thing to organize it is to see the first 8 note as related to the quarter note before. And the second one as an upbeat to the quarter before. Tam, ra, pa, pam, da, da. And then you simply separate between them mentally, and then you don't rush. Yes. Can you start, please? Okay, now. Tam, pa, pa, pam. We have quarter to 8 notes, quarter to 8, then 8 note before the arpeggio. Well, it doesn't sound, because I hear ta, da, 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 it starts, the arpeggio starts sort of unclear, and I tend to believe that it was also quarter note, as it was twice before. Dim, ta, ta, tam, ta, 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 da, 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 dam. I think that when this chromatic scale starts, don't immediately play dry without pedal. Because then it seems that you say, well, look how clear my chromatic scale is, which is not the point. The point is we come out of this F to octave higher, very much through those things, but not like showing them everyone. Same thing. Very good. So it is so orchestral, tam, pam, and high winds. So it's not only question of color. Of course, it's a question of color, and of course, a question of voicing, but it is also, in terms of mood, there is some drama in the lower register, and then it's like angels are answering from the heaven, whatever, you see. So it's very important, those chords. Please, again, from pianissimo. No, there is 8-note rest, please. Okay, stop. Left hand. You see, it's not ta-ram, of course it is, but idea here is that left hand answers to the right hand exactly. Could you start a little bit stronger, and maybe even without pedal, so we hear all the notes. Yes. Okay, now I would use more pedal. Yes, there are accents, but it is not but it's like, I don't know, if you, for example, swim and then the wave covers you, and you see all those things. So that is all. And then you're trying to make some sort of order in those things with the help of accents. But not it's too, it sounds more like a pianistic exercise than some big wave that covered you, and you're trying to get out of under the water. Yeah, so it is gradually the upper voice comes. In the beginning, it is all clearly this, and then the melody becomes only top, and this voice stops on this. You see, so this transition should be like suddenly the angle of sun becomes, and the shadow goes the other way, and you see something else of the same texture, pretty much. Listen, Bogdan, it is pianissimo here, and here it was piano. So this should be even more mysterious. It's like Earl King, you know, it's like something supernatural. Because of the rhythmical, it is a syncopation. If you do any rubato whatsoever, we don't understand what is going on. So don't wait before B, and then don't do any forward or backward. Just ta 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 ti, and now you can do whatever you want. Ta, 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 you see. Yeah. To me, to my taste, it is too jumpy. This is a song, and this maybe viola or cello in a quartet. Yes. You know, ta 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 ti dar. This is like Rosamunde. Tim tom tom tim tim tim. Look. You answer to the accent in the right hand, left hand also a little bit. Yeah, but don't start already. Go to not start with the accent. Start with, okay? Okay, but why not? Play around, you got it. The tempo is comfortable. You don't have to rush. You don't have to jump, nothing. So use it. Okay, now here, this is less important. It starts here. So that has to be immediately, and it should be clear to everybody that this, okay, you need the F sharp and D sharp to finish it in B major, but the beginning is only in the octave.
Yes.
Please. It is very opportunistic. So if it is crescendo, so let's start very soft so we can make it bigger crescendo. No, but the music doesn't go like that. Tim ta ta tam ta 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 tam ta ta. Then it goes up ta ta tam. You have your crescendo business. Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. It seems artificial. And the whole, you see, the whole story of Wanderer-Fantasie is that it is virtuosic, but it is very natural. It's very musical. It's very concentrated. It's not a place to do, little things. To be. And I am, how you should say, when I'm a little bit smarter, I will find still something. Don't go for it. I wouldn't advise. This dactylic rhythm. No, it should not be strong, but it should be very firm inside. Can you please play pedal, but only on this chord, not on the octave before?
Yes.
Hold it a little bit.
Yes.
You played staccato and you see. Of course you have pedal. But staccato with pedal still sounds staccato with pedal. And here ta-ta-tam, bam! Like we had ta-ta-tam, team! Huh? And then this is, that kind of... You see, it is the same top note, but it's arrived at to diminished seventh chord. Ta 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 ti ram ta ta. Not just any 4 16th notes. Ti diminuendo between D and the C. Because it is repeated, you kind of press a little bit, and you shouldn't. Because this is very easy. Of course, there's left hand, and there were a lot of difficult things, but this is easy, and play it as it is. Yeah, think that it is a word. I don't know. I like to hug you too. I like to hug you. No, I like to hug you. I like to kiss you. Very good. Just dum da 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 da. No melodrama, please. No melodrama. No need. You see, look, it is prepares it so long, and then comes, and then you start doing. Say, well, I will do it even more so. It will not be. It will not be more. It will be immediately objectionable something, even without knowing how to explain what. But I say because you suddenly start slower. No need. You see, we are working with such big tools, with such big things, that you're coming with small screwdriver to repair something. But you work with machinery, you know, in a factory. No need. Okay, now, look how many times we have it. Continue, we arrived at it. Oh, now look, you know where we arrived. You start sort of giving us a lecture where we arrived. But we all the time wanted, we went half of the world to come. We finally found the place and we see it. You said, no, wait, first you listen, all those things, when it was established, when it was built, what were the problems. Hell, shut up, give it. So this thing is so beautifully prepared. And you see, if you started as something new, so all this method of preparation from the big scale, then it stops on this. And then suddenly bliss of arriving exactly where we wanted, where we intended, where we tried already, and here we are. Don't overdo all kinds of, how should I say, tools to help. Don't. Okay, so. Yeah, but please, Bogdan. The slur ends, and don't make legato where there is no. So, now, those last 8 notes, they're very important. And how do we know? Because then he will do he will do it like that. That you cannot do blah, 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 right? So that means that this idea, it starts from the beginning. That we had it. So he takes and adds and later it is in octaves, and later it is in tenths. So don't play it any kind of accelerando, or just say, well, what are 3 notes? Very important 3 notes, please. Bravo. Sorry, it's legato. Don't do that. No, but after those 3 notes, breathe, because the slur ends and the new one begins. Please. There's no such thing. This belongs here. Okay? And then okay? what are you doing those appoggiaturas with the left hand?
With right.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay. Ta-ra, ta-ra, ta-ra. And you know, it's a little bit like something from the yodel. And don't be afraid to arpeggiate, not trying to do it. I have a big hand, I can do it together. It's not the point of this.
Yes.
What is sort of minor? When there is legato, you lift your hand. When there is not legato, you keep it legato. Why? No, Bogdan, it sounds differently, doesn't it? It sounds differently. Okay, so. I would change, where there is an accent, I would change the pedal, and then of course we have to change it again on the bass. Don't leave the same pedal, because it sounds not good. Ta-ta-tam, change pedal in the middle of the bar. This is a golden opportunity for you not to take very fast, because you know what is happening later. So just, you know, with octaves, take it un troppo più maestoso and not so quick. I would like to hear when the turn down is left hand. Continue with the pianos. So much of those tam ta 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 show left hand. When you play ta-ta-ta-ta-tam, when you play octaves, concentrate on the chords in the other hand. So here in the left hand and here in the right hand. Try, please. So this one chord is full orchestra, tutti. Here, one flute or oboe, whatever, po, clarinet, to. It takes a little time, you know, for the conductor to give sign to the entire orchestra and for that to enter. I can tell you a lot of stories about how conductors know how to manage this thing. I once played the second concerto by Saint-Saëns. It was a very good conductor, Carlo Rizzi, this is operatic conductor. And you have to finish together with the orchestra. It's very difficult. Yes. So he says, look, you know what you do? You see when I give, and when my hand comes back, then you put. And it works fantastically. After the concert, people say, well, this conductor is such a snob, he doesn't even look at you in such difficult spot. I said, was it together? Yes, it was, but he didn't pay attention to you. I said, don't worry, you see. So, let's do it. You know, do first not so much pedal. Then a little more as you progress, because it is quite a long thing. Don't start immediately with the same amount of pedal. Una corda. Misterioso. And change pedal when you start the new harmony. Don't put this on the old harmony and then only with the top note change. That's no good. Yeah, and don't rush. The character. Do it again. Yes. Now. A little bit more fifth finger. Yes, now it is good. No, don't rush and don't do it like this, but now. Close. You know, it's like flower. It opens. Ta-ra-ram, tam, tam, tam. It's opened. And then ti-da-ra-ram, close. There are flowers who open in the evening. And in the night they're blooming. And in the morning closing. So this is that sort of situation. Please continue. Don't be afraid of pianissimo. We had so much forte. We have change pedal. Don't go by 8 notes. Now, yes. last time it hit, ya papa. Go, it's major, more light. Again, minor. Now, tragic. Operatic. Now, clouds. But you know, I think that your tremolo is twice too slow because you play 16th notes, but this is 32nd notes.
Yes.
This, nobody counts, but it sounded obviously too slow. It should be some sort of trembling. No. Let's 1, 2, 3, 4. Can we do it again, please, from here when the tremolo begins?
Yes. But in this, with this.
Well, it is like that. 2 and 3 and 4 and. So, do it again, this bar. Yeah, there is a problem here.
Yes.
There is a problem here. Because it's a quarter that is actually pretty much missing.
Yes.
So maybe you do play here 16th notes, not 30 seconds. See, if 30 seconds, that's 1/4. No?
Yes.
This is
Yes, that's 1/4.
1/4, and there are 2 quarters.
Yes.
So, play very mysteriously, very softly, but this should come after 2 quarters, not after 1. Okay, but that's 16th notes, because you played 16th notes here. Okay.
If that's the tempo, then it's.
Then it is really the way you did. So let's do it. I'm sorry. pam, without accent. Tom, pom, 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 pim, pom, pom. Exactly all even. We are in the same harmony, you can use longer pedal. Don't wait, we are prepared so long. So, speak. Don't just put foot and happens what happens. See, it's very expressive. Okay. Other voices, let the melody. Okay, now please, ending. Ta 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 ta. Don't rush. Yes. That's it. Because you see, the jump is in the left hand. So you have to sneak with the left hand. Right hand should play, like nothing happens. And it covers up. If you need even to leave it a little early, we are so following this, no, really, because it is not comfortable. Yeah, okay, but those are less important notes. And then again, because we had the long note. And then... yes. In other words, follow the theme. Follow the theme. It's important. It's not easy, but it is important. And the jumps do what you need to do to finish and go and quickly. But right hand at the same time plays, enjoys life. There is nothing that is difficult by the endings. And you rush. Yes. Don't rush. Yes. By the way, you also rush in the festival. So there's no need. There's no need. You know, the birds are chirping. They are not. You know. Yes. Okay. So let's finish this movement, okay? Yes, they are staccatos, but don't separate so much. Now ghosts come. Ghosts. You know, in Mussorgsky, in Evgeny, in Boris Godunov, there is a scene that the Boris, he suddenly imagines that this prince whom he killed, that he comes for him. He says, "Chur Satana!" Satan. So this is the place. You see something totally unnatural, frightening to hell. So here, you can leave your right hand whenever you want, but keep pedal. So when you do this, it sounds.
Yes.
Okay, so we will stop here, but only remember one thing. Don't be brutal here. Yes, I recognize that it is presto and it is fortissimo, and still it is sort of dance. It's a lendary yam tadam tam tadam piridirim piribiri yam pam parabarama yam tadam tam. Especially don't shorten the last quarter because there's nothing to do. You have quick notes, so you have to put them in. And here it is nothing. Taradadam, tiridadari, yam papam pam papam piribiridim, tirididim, yam papam pam papam, no tam ta ta tam. It's the same thing like in the beginning. It's the same chord, so you play it again. What's the problem? Yam papam pam papam, tiridadam. Otherwise, it's fine. Yeah, okay. Well, bravo. It's wonderful. We will play many years this piece. It's a piece for life to perform, and all the time you will find things.
Yes.
But basically, there are few details that you can already take care of right now. For example, this when the you enjoy your life, left hand does. It's like like there are somebody to steal a bank, so they put some children playing, and so nobody pays attention what is happening there. So your left hand can do many things, and right hand. If you right hand, if you rush up, that is already suspicious.
That's suspicious.
Okay.